Welcome to the morning swim show for Wednesday, March 7th, 2012. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Phoenix Monitor today, we'll talk to Andrey Seryy. He won 3 events at the NCAA Division II swimming championships last year, and the senior from Wayne State University looks poised to do the same again this year. Andrey joins us right now in the Phoenix Monitor from Detroit. Andrey, welcome to the morning swim show. How are you?
Thanks. How are you?
Good, thank you. I was looking over some of your times. I mean, 19.3 and the 50 freestyle. These are obviously Division I caliber times. In fact, that would be top 8. You know, how did you end up at a smaller Division II school?
Well, I was pretty old to get into Division I, but eventually I think it's not a big difference. I guess our program is pretty competitive and really good, so I don't really like when people refer to me as a Division II swimmer. We're all like student athletes, so we don't have 50 meters pool, and that's the only difference. So I only check my time against all division times.
Did you say you were older? Is that what you said at the beginning?
Yeah, I was, I think it's 24 years old, limit in Division I school. So I was 22 years old when I came here, so I could swim there only like 2 years maximum.
Oh, got it. So are you like 20, 26 now?
25.
25. Okay, so growing up in Russia, first of all, what part of Russia are you from?
St. Petersburg, it's northwest.
Okay, so big city, and you're looking around to come to school in the United States to learn English, you know, to get a good education. But how does that process work, where you find, you know, a school like Wayne State?
Well, I contacted with several other universities, but I liked what Sean said. What scholarship is pretty good. Plus, university is kind of big school and good education here, and I like big cities. So
yeah.
But primary concern was I really like what Sean said about the program here.
So you've obviously had great success swimming there. What is something maybe coming over here, swimming at that school, has taught you about training itself that you didn't have back in Russia?
Well, it's absolutely different here because I used to swim twice a day. Here I usually swim only once, but we have dry land twice a day. So, and first practice at 6. I don't really like. I used to have like 8 a.m. maybe, but not at 6. So that was not really a pleasant experience.
I mentioned in the introduction that you won sort of the triple crown of sprinting last year, the 50, 100, and 200. It goes without saying, probably that's the goal again this year?
Well, goal is to improve my time. And that's it. That's the only thing I really want to.
Which one of the races are you feeling most confident about this year?
Probably 100.
The 100?
Yeah.
Do you have a potential to make the Russian Olympic team?
I definitely will try, but there are lots of guys who will do the same. It's pretty big competition there.
Yeah, I mean,
when Olympic trials come in the month after nationals,
yeah.
So I'll be there.
I mean, Russia's certainly got great freestylers right now. They will push the Americans in both freestyle relays in London, most likely, especially that 4x200 relay. Give me an idea of swimming's place in Russian sports. I mean, is it popular per se, or is it kind of like America where, you know, every 4 years it's popular?
It's not popular at all.
It's not.
Yeah, we have only football, soccer and hockey maybe, but swimming is not popular, not at all.
How do you think, though, they've been so successful? You know, they've had a pretty decent string of Olympic stars, and the medal, you know, they're both relays are medal contenders this year.
Well, our team is really young, and people, they really want to achieve something. You know, they're like young and reckless. So And plus, it's pretty good money from government.
Now, explain that. What do you mean pretty good money from the government?
Well, we have, if you win something or get medal in European or World Championships, it's pretty substantial grants and scholarships and etc. Being an athlete is very beneficial in Russia.
Is that recent? You know, have they tried to improve the awards for athletes, or has that always been that way?
It's like last maybe like 8 years.
Yeah.
5 years.
Ever since the price of oil went up.
Exactly.
Another Russian native or someone with some Russian background who's going to swim for Russia and try and swim for the Olympics, Vlad Morozov. He swims at USC, and he's obviously become a superstar in college swimming. And he kind of had that unique situation where he wanted to swim for the U.S. because this is where he grew up, but he couldn't work out the citizenship in time. Was that news at all in Russia that he will end up swimming for them?
Well, actually, before last year Russian championship, no one heard of him. So he came here when he was too young that people there never heard about him. And his yards time in Russia is nothing. Just you like people concerned only about 50 meters pool. That's it. So when he came, yeah, he made like lots of noise, but I don't know.
Will
I think he's in the rating only 6th from last year, so.
Yeah, and again, you make a good point. Just because he's been really fast in college swimming does not mean he's going to make the Olympic team or really be a significant contributor. But I'm wondering if he improves a little bit more, makes the team, makes some relays, and really helps make a difference for the Russian team, will they embrace him as one of their own, even though he kind of grew up in America and actually wanted to swim for USA Swimming? What do you think?
Like people's attitude?
Yeah, well, I mean, Russians embrace him even though he's more of an American kid at heart.
I actually don't. I think they don't care.
As long as he's winning, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, tell me about your team and going into Division II championships. What's the team goal?
Team goal is to improve our last year standing. Or at least repeat it.
Yeah.
So men's team was 3rd and girls were 2nd, so we're working on how to get a bit higher.
Well, Andrey, good luck in your final meet here of Division II swimming. Congratulations on all the success you've had there at Wayne State.
Thank you.
All right, that's Andrey Seryy joining us in the Finish Monitor today from Detroit. And that's it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.